Hello there, ladies and gents. Hello there. Wait, I'm popping in the chat so that it would be visible. Okay. Test. We're making sure that everything works. Yes, sir. All right. Boom. Yeah, so I'm down to play this without the music a little bit. Just really learn, you know. Oh, no. That is way too loud. That is way too loud. All allies permanently increase the champion's attack speed by 20. But decrease their size, does it even matter? I don't think it does, right? Like it legit shouldn't matter, to my understanding. Sure. Yo, so everyone, how are y'all doing this fine day? We woke up today and said 17 PB is out, and I wanna do this probably a little bit better. Yeah, let's do it. Like the problem is that this guy does not benefit that well from. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell you. Ooh, so I didn't even have the replicator previously. Alright. Brawler Bastion. So this is one of the versions. What if I would do the... I saw there is, I think, one person that's building meeples. So fuck that guy. But he's level 7. Level 6? Level 6? Okay. We're trying to get Meepsy. Just to check how good that thing is. You know? You know? They want that. So I had like one template for Meepsy thing, where you get like a lot of a lot of various trades. So I think I might actually have to do this instead. Like ditch the whatever meeples, right? Because the other guy's playing meeples anyways. But also at the same time, like I have a decent amount of meeples. I might actually just try getting them, I guess. You know what? Let's give it a try. And just see like how it works. Maybe it doesn't work, you know, and it is what it is then. I don't want no Ezreals. Okay, we need more space, so that XP is not gonna level us up anytime soon. Okay, I'm down to do Leos. I'm down to do Leos. I'm down to do Leos. Give me a break, I don't feel it bad. Sure. Okay. I have a lot of dudes. If you know what I mean. Okay. So I have Oh, okay. Hopefully I can find the Gnar first, and if I find Gnar, then I just free it up and do whatever it is, you know, whatever happens after. Bomba. Bomba. But Bloodthirster, I'm like, I had previously tried with Dual Gauntlet and 2 Hodges, and I think that was better because it's like similar healing, but also like it just slams. Each time an ally dies, I don't want my allies to die. Don't you give me a break, cause I know that we need to get a little bit lucky, that's the problem. Meepsy is kind of the most important, but also if I get this, then I free up the space faster. Bro. Okay. Now we have the space. Now we have the space. Fifth meeple? What does fifth meeple do? It's fizz. Okay, I guess. I'm gonna remake this item. Sure nah, buddy. Sure nah. I'm gonna slam it right away. Get a lot of power just from everything that you were doing. Not nobody did it up. I probably should get rid at this point. I'm just gonna grab this. Like, screw this, dude. I'd prefer tankiness at this stage. Yeah. If we need, we're gonna get snipers later. We'll let it simmer a little bit. Meeple. Is it even better? Just a fool. I'm so tired. Bomb. Bomba. Bomba. Yeah, okay, can we do another bomba yet? Please? 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 Please don't die. Boom. Yes, sir. Okay. Rest of the board doesn't really do shit. How is the damage heart looking like? Right, if that would be 3-star, it would look really different. Okay. After 3 rounds, get a free shop reroll, and your next shop contains all 5 cost champs. Plays the hex. The first time an ally, they freeze for 1 second and heal. That's like, I think this is probably better. This might be better. So on 4-4 you potentially can get these. That is actually pretty good. Vanguard. Because the unit in itself is actually like pretty good. I don't mind. I could get rid of these two. Passion and Faith Weaver. Because like it's fucking whatever. And just get... Because like realistically, what are we even getting at this point, right? I can feel your touch. At the bottom, lovers. Okay, so I just do this, I guess. I don't know exactly the interaction. So, okay, it goes offline, then comes back, and now what? It seemed like it literally did 0. Okay. We probably... Yeah, this is kind of a useless trade just to have like 3 of it, I think. Wait, let me see. Do we want it? The passive bonus damage is increased by 15% per meep. Per meep. So... Okay. Your touch button. The part-time lovers. Okay. Okay. I feel like this could be like pretty good, like what we have right now. But the only problem is that I feel like you know, when we spiked, it's just way too late. Like boom, it casts once, it deals 4k damage, great, awesome, love it. But like, okay, boom. Yeah, I feel like with BT it lags the damage a little bit. Boom, bomba. Yeah, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this.
Let's make them notice.
Yeah, I wanna go level up, I think. First, let me like finish this unit up. Okay, this is pretty good. Love it. So here's what we're gonna do most likely. Oh, wait. I have to position it like this close because this is gonna power down and then focus. Oh, it's a reroll, right? So we reroll now and it's all 5 costs. What can we ideally get? Boom. For now, obviously this is better, but I really don't know. Out of replicators, what can we get? So cage. You know how people say it's okay? I say it's okay as well. I'm hip like that. So sniper timebreaker, yeah. So do we even care? Like it's secondary damage dealer. Sniper timebreaker. I mean, it would be Ezreal, yeah, but magic fighter. It gains damage amp. So Voyager is probably a little bit better, a little bit. Yeah, we get like a bunch of but you see, like now Meepsy is pretty cool in a sense that he can potentially kill backline. The problem is that he's not landing on the backline. What in the fuck did I just see? 14k, 12k, okay. So we basically did nothing. That's good to know, I guess. Banger, Shifter, Challenger, Marauder, Brawler, Voyager. Yeah, we don't really need anything, so I'm just gonna slot this in. Because I don't want to sell, because I might randomly hit this fucker later. And if I re-roll and find something right now, it's just like, okay, I can't do anything with it anyways. Yeah, this hex, okay, so the logic with the hexes, right? It's obviously like it obviously always gonna depend on like total damage output, like how much one or the other is gonna increase something. Ooh, bomba, bomb, nice. So for example, like I got the Yasuo hex, right? That gives 30% attack speed. So in theory, 30% from auto attacks is like good if... Wait a momentos, please. Wait a momentos, please. I can sell, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this. This is shit, actually. Like, this is not really good. What the fuck? Ah, it's because of the lag, man. Okay. Yeah, I fucked up because of lag. I replaced and then started dragging, but it was trying to drag the previous unit that was fielded, even though I swapped it off already. I couldn't like reposition on time. That was my fuck up. So honestly, Meeps, I've tried it 2 times. It's not the greatest in my experience. Like it's not like, I don't know, it feels like it's lacking some stuff, but the thing is, like we can still figure that shit out. Like we don't have to give up yet, you know? Just have to practice and try and see. Because I can definitely see him being able to one-shot, right? Especially when it goes on the backline. But items I feel like have to be a little bit different. And also, okay, so there's one thing to consider about auto attacks, which is like, I guess mathematically, wait, I'm gonna try and like ChatGPT it and see if I can find the quick explanation for this. If not, then we might have to calculate by ourselves. In teamfight tactics, if a hex gives 30% attack speed to a unit placed on it, how do I determine, not just based yeah, so basically what I'm trying to get at is like, you know, for example, those thingies where yeah, so for example Yasuo's X, where it gives attack speed, I took that attack speed and gave it to Meepsy, which was completely wrong. Because like, if you think about it, stuff like the damage that Meepsy does from auto attacks is not as like it's not relevant, right? The relevant thing is for her to, or for him or it, whatever, to cast, is to actually get that mana. So for example, you can get mana by anima. We're gonna see, what is the Stargazer? I have a couple of Stargazers, yeah. Ooh, so this is where you can just populate your whole board with Stargazer stuff. I mean, if I can get Stargazer active like right away, I wouldn't mind having it. Maple. I don't really have anything connecting for now. Let's grab this. Primordial, Challenger. Yeah, for now, like nothing is really connecting really well. I could still go for Primordials, for example. But yeah, what I was trying to say is auto attacks, like there is still value in a sense that it generates, for example, are there units that I want to have? So what are the units that are 2 costs that could like break the game? Well, break the game really good. Wanakali doesn't sound too bad. Jing sound okay. I guess there could be a bunch of stuff, but honestly, let's keep it Poggies. Yeah, let's keep it Poggies and do this. Arbiter. I don't have that thing. Ooh, Space Groove. Replicator. Space Groove, Replicator, but Meeple. I have Meeples and... Okay, so I think I'm gonna go Meeples route. I think I'm going Meeples. Yeah, I think I'm going Meeples, it looks like. But also, I have the kind of items where I can immediately switch to Replicators, Nami Carry. Okay. But there's definitely like some flexibility in that sense. Boom. The problem is that these are like backliners of mine. Fate Weaver, Replicator. Yeah, this is a Replicator. Okay, so someone like Pantheon would be really good for this. Yeah, someone like Pantheon would be really good for this. I'm gonna keep this Replicator just to splash in from time to time if I see it fit. But yeah, you see, like, even like, for example, like, oh, it's Meeples, you know, they cool, blah blah blah. But the problem is when these are all backline units, as much as you know, as much DPS as you have, they just fold over really quick. So like you still need some like kind of frontline, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so there's usually 3 things that we have to check, right? Oh, my headset. Okay, so there's 3 things that we usually have to check, or actually 4. So the gods, that's 1. Then psionic, what kind of items they're offering. Then arbiter, like what kind of combo you get from arbiter. Then the last thing is stargazers. You get stargazers, you look at it and you're like, okay, do I like it, do I not like it? I'll do it. Screw this. Okay, we're gonna try the meeple thingy. Problem is, it's a lot of times tested, but not this time it looks. Yeah, this is like way better because like the item, it was whatever. Vanguard Shepherd. This group Shepherd. Yeah, I'd rather choose this. So yeah, the idea of like giving attack speed, right? What matters is the calculation, like total output DPS, and there's like a bunch of variables that we have to determine to realize which one is the strongest. But we like through a little bit of time, practice, and really, you know, just looking into that stuff. Dealing physical damage to an enemy reduces the target's armor by 2. So someone who can attack at 0.75. That's pretty good. And my shepherd. Yeah, I'm making full econ here. Like, I'm gonna be a little bit weak for now, which is okay. Understandable. What do you have? Shepherd Demo. That's pretty cool, actually. I want to try like Shepherd at some point and just building the Shepherd out. So for now, like the first couple of days or however many is gonna be just as literally familiarizing ourselves with the units, with the traits, how they connect, what they do, and that kind of stuff. Because, for example, like, you know, the last few days when I was playing like set 16, and I was really starting to get the hang of it, like, oh, this connects with this is strong in this way, you build this, you build that. It only came from the fact that I was playing so much, and I familiarized myself to the point where it's like, oh, you know, you get these 3 components, you scout the board around, you know, every single board from the other people, like you scout, and you're like, okay, you know, now you know that like there other people are going for X, Y, and Z. You're like, okay, this is gonna be contested, so there's like 2 or 3 other different lines that fit my units or openers, also my items or my augment, and then I can go for this X, Y, and Z. So without having that knowledge of like what units do, how they can interconnect with each other, which units like make good pairs and that kind of stuff, like basically the more basic stuff, we can't really make the more advanced stuff, if that makes sense. So the good part about our current situation is that if we play meeple line, meeple vertical, we already have yeah, I wanted to guarantee basically having this. This is pretty cool. So like for a 3-cost tank, if you can 2-star it, it's like really nice, because this guy in itself gives you, you know, an additional item, and if you have 3 items, it makes randomly like one of them radiant. So why that is cool is that if you have early, like, you know, 3 tank items, you can just frontline him, and if you like make it a 2-star, like his is gonna be like stage 3, basically. I would say main tank for most comps or most places. Gonna be about, ooh, that's a high roll actually. What the fuck? I want to do this. I don't want to risk losing anything. Bam. That's I want to rework. Maybe not actually. Let's see. AD. I actually don't want to make that blade, if that makes sense. Whoa, okay, this is kind of fucked now. This one I don't like so much. Okay. This is kind of a weird situation to be in. So with this line that we are currently having, we don't necessarily want to overstay, and we're not gonna reroll, and we're down to go up in levels. Yeah, to fix this XP and go ahead, you know, in one interval, we're just gonna have to slot in Pantheon with, you know, with another time breaker like Milio, for example. Redeemer, replicator. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Is that okay? I didn't move, so that's bad that it's on the side. But besides that, everything is kind of okay. Ooh, already has this. What the fuck? So, since this fucker is a Fate Weaver, right? Especially when we're gonna get, you know, some crit chance, like add. I guess we're gonna add Millie on the board, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna think about it. Like we're gonna see, you know, what the game gives us. You don't really need crit and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, so if we take this out, do we have anything else to put there? Replicator would be okay-ish. Faith Weaver would be okay-ish. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I know that we have a line and everything. But don't we just go Grave Scary? Because like we got it on 3-3. Don't we just go like Grave Scary and we're just good with it? Sure. No, the thing is, like, I think we might have to go for this. Okay. Become an attack fighter with -2 range. That's 4 hexes, right? So it's 2 ability damage. Chance to attack twice, so... I see. Okay. Meeple Rogue. Feels like the weight of my world, it's on my shoulders. But so far the items are so like trashy. This kind of sucks, man. Bam, 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 bam. It's on my mind. Yeah, the items are like insanely trashy for us. Like it's not good. I mean, later on maybe I can have him as a carry, so I'll try to build him up like while we are playing these fellas. You know? Like I'll try to build him up. Ooh, so with this and this we can just basically make a melt. Bruh, this okay. This is really confusing for me right now. So he has, it's 60. I feel like his kind of, yeah, like Titans, BT. This is the kind of build that I want to go for on him. Because it's a little bit closer. It's more likely to get some DPS on him because he has like only 2 range instead of 4. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our attempt at building the crazies. as some might even say. And see, maybe we're gonna have like 7 meeple earlier before and for example, like no good graves items. So you know, might as well then go 7 meeple and just sacrifice this. But we're building it for now, and we're okay. Like, okay. So these items for sure can work with this fucker. These items can work with this fella. Okay. This 100%. Meeple Bastion. Ooh. Fuck it, I'm gonna do this so that, you know, it tanks the most and it gets the radiant item and yada yada yada. Feel like the weight of my world, it's on my shoulders. I don't even know if I care what's on my mind. Yeah, we are really strong right now. We're level 8. Consider this, we are level 8 at 40 gold at 4-1. This is like actually really strong, generally speaking. Okay, this for our team might be pretty good. Get a random tank item. After 8 seconds of combat, your team gains every second for the rest of the combat. So basically, you tank for a little bit. Am I a fan of this or not really? This is kind of odd because we are not pure auto attack. So this is not exactly like, okay, it's gonna be like safe bet to take this. Yeah, I'm gonna be slow a little bit on these. Yeah, so if I find Nuno, I'm gonna replace Poppy with Nuno. So I'm completely okay with having it here right now. The only question is if I should have 7 meeple. Probably I should, yeah. Gonna sell this. I want to go level 9 ASCP, I think. Especially since we have Money Monsoon and everything. Everything. Okay. That's pretty strong. So, okay, for now, while I have this, isn't it just better in this case to just do this? Yeah, it's gonna be like giga tanky, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going fast 8 and then just slot 70 meeple in and then start just making copies and shit like that. And I'm still working on getting this guy to do the ka-chow. Do the ka-chow, ka-chow. Admin PBE. Are we playing with the Riot? It doesn't really fit, like that's the problem. It doesn't really fit. Like, what are we gonna do with AP, you know? Kinda have to take this. That's okay. We're gonna have like a little bit more components. 2 cause Gorgusi. Mm-hmm. Alright. You like the way I'm around. So, okay. It's gonna shield itself. Then Astrolabe to crash down on a nearby hex, dealing to enemies within 2 hex. Then push the Astrolabe towards the end of the board in that direction. Basically, you'll want to position in a way that it goes into a particular direction and does the backline. So there's gonna be like a little bit of an element of positioning against it, and yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So their armor is going down. Yeah, so the thing is, this combo is gonna make their armor go to 0 really fast, because I have like Sunder, you know, which by default reduces it by a bunch, and then Graves is gonna slowly work down and down and down and down and down. So it's gonna be easy dealing 80 damage into this kind of comp. What is the level of this dude? Is it level 9? Wait, and he is full gold. What? Sure. That's an interesting one. I really wish that I could. Okay. So what is this gonna do for us? Okay. Okay. And we want it to be casting more and more so that... No. That's pretty good. Well played. Yeah, okay. I see. Can we get like some... I need something that helps. Okay, this is gonna be weird, but it might just work. So what we're gonna do this and this. This is gonna be hella weird, I'm telling you. Corky, please come home. Please. Please. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this as a tank is just way better. No, what did it? You know, I guess okay, it's gonna cast earlier, but I really need then, you know, a proper Rammus item. You see, so there's a direction in which it shot. You always want the direction to be like a proper one. So when this is the case, I just need to purchase basically an Omnivamp for him. And yeah, get a little bit of an Omnivamp going. Okay. Sniper can fuck off. Oh, hello there. It's been a while. Yeah, I'll just copy this because I just cannot find. And then we would probably want to go to level 10. But still, I don't know if we can hold, like, it's tricky. We're healthy right now, it's awesome, I like it, but we're not really strong, you know? I'm doing a little bit of like itemization mistakes. Mistakes. Yeah, a bunch of gold. That's a 6 roll. It's a component. Okay. So now the question is, can we make it to level 10? Are we healthy and strong enough and yada yada? Because if we can, is that the yeah, this guy has shepherds. Oh, I'm not sure like how strong this guy is. The first cast each combat said ushers in the wave, knocks up and deals to enemies that pass it through. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And I could not do shit. Oh, okay. Sure. This could be okay, but I think I need slightly different Vanguard. Do we ever? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I think we add a little bit more. Yeah, we just get rid of this, and next turn let's go level 10 and just hope that it's somehow gonna be good. Because what we are having right now, I don't think it cooks. I don't think it cooks. I mean, unless we get like Graves too. I can see Graves too being really strong, especially if you're like buffing it from this early. Yeah, sure, why not? But like, how you lost the fight? Hello. I did a I'm a piece of your love. Tap it, did it, bit bad. Get it down, down, down. Da 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 down, down. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Party animal. Oh, mama. That's cool. Oh no. Doomer. Okay. Why are we doing this though? Like, is it just way easier for everyone to hit this shit? Or I guess it's because of the 2 prismatics, right? Yeah, I guess it's just because of the 2 prismatics. Because then people, you know, yeah, he has like reroll shit. He has econ champion dupe. I guess that makes sense. Okay. So this guy has a carry. Fuck, man. Unless I mean, I can copy it, right? So, and this way, hopefully get it. We need to hit Graves by. So, wait, I'm so not used to seeing this many. Oh no. Ah! What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh no. Please let me win. Please, please. Oh no, it's the strong dude. Okay. Please. No, no, no. My team is gonna start falling down. No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Kill the backline. Kill the backline. Kill the backline. No. We were so close. Fuck, man. Obviously, for the victory, I needed to go for Graves too. Graves 2 would have solved everything there. But I just saw, like, I was, you know, attachment issues. No homo though. Or whatever. Okay. I don't know how I feel about meeples. Meeple vertical. I don't know if 7 meeple is good. I legit don't know if 7 meeple is good. Getting Graves this early is pretty nice. But Titans, I feel like Titans is a little bit not nice and is a little bit of an overkill, or like the kind of item that is not necessarily really good on this. Because while he scales from the stats, or I guess, I don't know, if you make him, you know, like very bruisery, then maybe it's okay. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Bum bum ba-da-da-da-dum. Yeah, it's really interesting. I really don't know, man. We're gonna have to see how that gonna work out. La 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 la, it's on my mind. Boom. Okay, okay. Arbiter Challenger. I really want to try this. Arbiter. Okay, let's see. Where's Leona? Boom. When an Arbiter deals then damage, gain attack speed, gain a max health shield, gain ability power. When an Arbiter spends mana, Arbiter deals damage 10 times. I'm not sure if this is gonna be any good though. That's the thing. The idea here is that we're gonna build like boom boom, she's gonna attack, and then just get Rage Blade basically on her if we can. The problem is we don't even have anything for the Rage Blade, so that shit just doesn't even work in the first place. No, unless we get the Rage Blade here. Good luck, buddy. Okay, so is there anything that we can build in this case? We can build Time Breaker. Bro, we are so like... This is not even a comp, man. This is not even a comp. What the fuck? Like, the thing is, like, I'm not trying to win. I legit cannot. I just cannot, man. Yeah, I cannot. But okay, we're gonna generate a little bit of rerolls. The question is, the time breaker is gonna basically work like a bard, right? Bruh, but I misclicked. Oh my asshole. Gaping asshole. I don't know. Psionic. What is the psionic this? A drone repeats 20% of the damage from the holder's attacks and abilities to the same targets every 30 seconds. So someone that is based on auto attacks and is auto attacking a lot can potentially benefit from this a decent bunch. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. But the fact that what if I trip? What if I fall? But I don't want to randomly win, right? I'm fine with it just sacking rounds, I guess. Do I just then sack by giving this up? Sure. Nobody is building meeples. Should we try meeples again? The only issue with meeples is that, at least for now, it doesn't seem like I have the items to go for it. I mean, I can build the defensive ones. That's not a problem. Like, you know, where do I get the damage? Wait. So this is gonna be the second option. I think I have an idea. Oh, are we gonna go space grooves again? Well, fuck you if you think that it's not worth it. And I just sold Timo recently, just a couple of rounds ago, and now like we have to redo the things, blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. No, but seriously though, it's actually looking like we cooketh. Okay, look, ba-boom. Okay, so we're gonna have to have this like pallets in the hex. Boom. So it's gonna be basically a solo frontliner, kind of. And we're gonna just stack. Now there are 3 cost units. We can do a little bit of a kind of a reroll thingy, I guess. Yeah, because we're gonna have a bunch of rerolls, right? So our goal is gonna be to go level 7 and then reroll a bunch, and we're gonna see, maybe we're gonna just enough so that we get the levels. Where is it? Yeah, space grew. Let's see what units does it have. Nasus Timo. Okay, and they work from levels or no? Oh no, they don't care. Okay, never mind. So we don't necessarily care about 3-rolling and 3-starring these. But the thing is why I was thinking about the restarring, because Ornn might be an insane tank in this case. That's the only reason. The way that I think about it, like we're gonna grow this guy's HP, yeah? because of the hex. 30 permanent and gain 30 permanent HP each round. This should be a this is probably like a, you know, text mistake or description mistake. But the thing is, yeah, so we can grow it. The only thing is that I would say you would want someone like Cho'Gath or some other unit that scales off of HP. Basically, the spells that scale off of HP are the primary units that you want. So for example, this one doesn't have, wait, I thought that it might, but basically, yeah, Cho'Gath does have that you do shit based off of your HP, like your spell skills from it, right? While every single tank can use HP pretty well because they have increased, you know, durability, damage reduction, just whatever, any other kinds of stats, right? So just because of that, they're gonna do like pretty well. But the tanks that scale off of HP even more, in a sense that their spell in itself scales, this is just oof, lovely. So I'm really curious as to how much like we can grow this thing. Feel like the weight of my world is on my shoulders. So if we get armor item, we can, I think we kind of make almost like BIS items for this fella. Okay, armor. Who's gonna be our damage carry? It's most likely Nami, unless I'm gonna 3-star. So I'll pick sword because it can be also tier, can become a tier armor. Okay, look, this I really like because you know why? It gives a little bit of HP, a little bit of this. Crit is like not our favorite thingy, but gain 5 durability, and while above 50% health, instead gain 15 durability. And the fact that we're stacking and scaling in HP every single round, this just makes it that, you know, the amount that it takes to bring us down below 50% HP is crazy. And whenever we're gonna make Radiant, basically any single Radiant of these units, or rather of these items, is actually pretty good on this fella. So all we have to make sure that we actually have DPS for the backline, because you see, we tank an amazing amount. Our DPS is sucky, is giggity suckity, if you know what I'm saying. Because I know what I'm saying, but do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this construct a champion. I was really considering it. The only problem is that I don't exactly know. So like Space Groove per Groovian on your team. So all you need to do is to have multiple units fielded. It doesn't matter their star level, right? So it doesn't really give you anything. But for example, that get like one cost 3-star unit, it would really help if you're playing like Primordian, and by this stage you don't have like some sort of, you know, 3-star unit, or like none of the Primordians, of like 1 cost Primordians at 3-star by now, and you want to spike like, you know, at this very moment. That would be pretty good. That would be like actually really good. Sheesh. Look, the amount of rerolls that we actually have gathered. Ooh. So I want to try a 3-cost. I want to try a reroll thingy We just have to make sure that we get item units or items. But wait, let me see one thing. So there's one space groove here, but he's just like playing basically around. He's not necessarily, yeah, he is not necessarily focusing on a reroll, perhaps, perchance. And he doesn't even have Orn yet, so that's pretty good, I would say. And we are facing each other. Feel like the weight of my world is on my shoulders. Beep, 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 it's in my mind. But yeah, okay, I want to open up my notes a little bit and TFT notepad. Better together. Attacks and gain 30% attack speed. The problem is that the item in itself is like kind of bad for me, but I can reforge it, yeah? So how does this unit scale? Whenever enemy is knocked up, shoot them, dealing... It's not really necessary on the auto attack. Yeah. I'll go for this. It's okay. I'll go for Soraka. It's gonna give me a better item. Boom. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah. So Hex. HP gain. Yeah, we're gonna write some stuff down a little bit later. Later Ruski. Okay, I'm sacking this. Boom. So yeah, he does not seem to be like a strong unit, like in itself. It feels like weak-ish, if that makes sense. I know it does. Okay, Timebreaker, yeah? Rogue. Faith Weaver. So, if we have Riven, it would work with this fella. So that would be like a nice flip for now. You know, while we're figuring this shit out. Oh no, it's the scaling mord. He diff. Nice build. I don't know. Keep in mind that all the builds that we are doing, they might like, you know, just fail like it's nothing. You know, we're trying to explore, we're doing various different ideas, we're building shit together and then seeing if the shit sticks or not, basically. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a DPSer. Space grow. Yeah, I see. So we could potentially pivot out of it. Vanguard, so these two are Vanguard, so they kind of have synergy together. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so by now at 3-7 we basically don't have a single additional 3 cost unit that we would be rolling for. So this already kind of tells me that we might be fucked in this regard and we might not want to do it. And I also like don't really have much synergies in terms of what do you call it, in terms of like knocking people up. and all that shit. Okay. So there is a decent chance that we'd rather... Okay. I mean, I'm down to try it anyways. I'm just saying that it's like not necessarily, you know, a good thingy. But I'm down to build a 3-star Samira just to see how it works. But the problem is, like, if we would be building 3-star Samira, we would want units that actually have knockups. So we'd have to like figure out the units that knock up, and one of them is Meepsy. But then it kind of like trait wise doesn't necessarily go together. It goes like skill wise, that there's a synergy there, but that's about it. Okay, we have so much gold. Do we reroll and just give it a try and call it a day? I think we just go like fuck it. Let's give it a try. If it doesn't work out, you know, it's not guaranteed anyways. Life is not guaranteed, whatever that means. Okay, Psionic Shepherd, sadly. Okay, we freed up that part of the board. Nasus, maybe. So we just have to stay above 80, right? Oh shit, that's an early one. Okay, okay. So I think what we're gonna do essentially is get Samira 3-starred and then move on, because like we're not really getting these thingies. So and since we are not really getting these thingies, we'd rather go in levels and just have like more units, more traits, more synergies that way, because right now it's looking a little bit sussy. That's what I'm gonna tell you. This is awesome. Here you see. Yeah, and I don't believe that sticking around, you know, for Ornn is a good idea. Like, if we get more copies, yeah, I'm down to do a reroll, but right now I'm not willing to do it because it's like 4 of them. And then the question is, like, is it actually gonna be that good to the point that we want to have it, you know? Maybe we don't. So, yeah. Now the question, knockups. Knockups, knockups, knockups. We want a 3rd carry item, which is most likely Last Whisper or the Shojin. Shojin honestly is like pretty good because it's gonna knock up her more, or enemies more, that is. Place the hex on a champion unless that heals, that hex that deals 18% bonus magic damage. Yeah, I'm down this. Like it's I think it's in total it's still better. Noah Challenger, I'm not really doing it, so yeah, I'll just pick this. I'll just hold it in, you know, for a while. So how does the damage look like? It's actually nothing crazy. That's the thing. You know, it's like okay-ish. Bonus magic damage, but like bonus as in we take the damage output and like, let's say we deal 1k damage and like physical damage, right? Does it take 1k of that and add 18% and make that 18% a magic type? Or does it only take 18, does it take magic damage, if that makes sense? In any case, yeah, we can just use on Nami Because Nami is gonna be AP damage dealer. Okay, this guy folds over pretty fast. That's pretty good for us. Okay. Yeah, we're in a really good spot actually. I'm liking it. Okay, I want it to be like here. Replicator Bastion, Replicator Bastion. You know what? I'll add one unit, just make sure that we're, you know, a little bit stronger. It's not like I'm only losing one reroll, and if that, it's fucking anima with anima item and everything. Are you kidding me? Did I ever do anything to you in real life? Did you smash me like this? What in the giggly fuck was that? Okay, so we need crit item and then some good AP item, AP damage item. Crit and then yeah. So we can re-roll a bunch, which is pretty good. Anti-heal, but then it's hex tech and I don't really fancy hex tech. No, we have anti-heal. What am I even tripping about? So there has to be crit and then something else. I don't fancy this option. I don't fancy this option. Nah, that's one random component. Can you bring back the crits? Oh my god, I have to take it because I might randomly not get it after. What in the fuck? Hello? Oh no, this roll down. Oh no. Please, puppy. Please, puppy. Please. I don't need it all. That's not bad. What's bad is my tank is useless. That part is like not good. The rest of it is pretty chill. Okay. So what you're saying is I need to... No, actually, I don't need shit. I can stay one more turn because I'm not receiving 20 damage right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not receiving 20 damage, which means I can greed for one more turn and then go crazy on the next one. Because if I go now and reroll, it's just like... I need to have more money to work with because I have 17... I'm gonna have like... You basically have 17 rolls, I'm gonna have 20 rolls next turn if I greed now, right? Well, I need to have more money to work with because if I level up right now, I spend 40 something. It's not as much to go to work with then. And if we win this fight, we can greed yet for another turn. I'm basically down to greed until we lose the first fight, whether it's this one, the next one, or whichever, you know. Okay. Surely we win this, right? Nice. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh, Oni-chan. Yes, baby. Grab some baby powder. Yep. Yep. I really don't like this person, this player, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and my positioning is just ass versus this guy. Why are you on my back line? Didn't I fight you like 3 seconds ago? Soraka's boon. Okay. All right, we're just gonna do a roll down, I guess. Yeah, I don't have much, you know, to go off of. I didn't find those shitters, but I have these two. Well, let's see. It's 7 space groove with 3 costs here, 3 costs there. So let's see if it's like, if it matters, if it's like any good. Right now, I don't feel like it's any good. And my Samira is dying. Are you kidding me? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's the Z, right? Okay, How much damage does it do? Like, do all the clones do damage or? Wow. Okay, so damage is like, what? This guy dealt a decent amount of that, but I mean, this guy survived for insane amount. I don't know, like I wasn't too happy about Samira's DPS output. I think, you know how I would be happier if she had like all DPS items. Let's say third item was Shojin instead of Last Whisper, and some other unit would have the shred. Maybe this way would be, her damage would be like way better. Because right now, I don't know, it didn't like seem to be that good. I don't mean at all. Okay. Well, okay, we tried. We're gonna try again. We're gonna continue trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. Gotta be at all.
Mortals must succeed, or gods have failed.
Wait. Bomba. Okay. So this can be channeler. Wait, I want to see which units this one can be. Challenger, replicator, channeler. So spell, attack speed. Okay. I'm down for this. What is Stargazer? The mountain. Oh ho ho. Really good, I would say. Arbiter, Vanguard. So if you get this, if you get Diana, and then you get Misfortune, that's a really nice start, actually. A really nice opener, I would say. Nothing really connects for now, does it? Except I guess that we can do the replicator thingy, and that's it. Ah. Okay. Rain down bullet through a line of enemies. So it's the kind of where it's still AD. Rabadon on someone like Replicator. Radiant item. The thing is, I'm not necessarily like winning right now. That's the problem, because I don't have shit, man. I legit don't. So whatever, man. This is so ass. Like, I should have, bruh, I didn't see that it was the Ezreal. Ezrealo? Yeah, that was my bad. Whoa, oh, I remember this augment. I don't know, I guess it's kind of pretty cool. Oh, dude, this, I had a combo in front of me. This, and Veigar. Didn't spot it on time. Oh, okay. So let's say I do this. What the fuck do we do then? So we have a little bit of a meeple situation going, but we cannot rebuild it, right? Once we commit to one type of stuff, that's it. Arbiters. Wait, where can we check the effect again? Every 4 seconds, all arbiters gain. So you want them to sit and scale and everything. This, in theory, should be really good for probably Diana, but also for LeBlanc. Because you give her Ginsu's, you give her crit or whatever, and then that additional scaling for AP, it really scales well with her attack speed. So that's not too bad. Is this the move actually? Like, let's say I'm thinking about building Nami, right? Replicator and things and shit and things. Okay. Oogie. Let's see. Space growth. So far, space growths have not been like really, but I only built space growths with Samira carry and Ornn frontline as like 3 stars. So they don't look that great as 3 stars unless maybe, I don't know, you have some augments that help them, or you hit them faster and then you go higher level, or maybe there's some other circumstance. I don't know. After each player combat until you lose. The problem is that I'm kind of like losing. I'm just losing, yeah. I don't really want to risk it. It's way too risky, man. Sari kosuru. Oh, it's a sari kosuru. Sari kosuru. Okay, what does this shop mean for us? It means that we're a bunch of pussies. We do some like Bios. Okay. Space grooves. So you can guaranteed get them. Each second spent in the groove grants 3 attack damage and ability power. So you want them to survive for as long as possible. This means awesome frontline, but also units themselves, if they have some type of healing, you know, like, you know, BTs, for example, damage dealers, like when if she would have Hodge or something like that, that would be like pretty good. I'm assuming, I don't know 100%. That is my assumption. But okay, so let's see. Transform for 6 seconds, temporarily gaining entering the groove and dealing magic damage to adjacent enemies. So weirdly enough, this fella, but yeah, you probably don't really want to build it so that, you know. But let's see, if you would build what this would want, I'm assuming is like Titans, Adaptive, and like Spirit Visage or something like that. These items would kind of make sense to me. I'm not saying they're the best, but they would kind of scale with regen. Okay, maybe not Adaptive actually, or Adaptive, or maybe Adaptive, Spirit Visage, but not Titans, because you get kind of Titans effect already from the Groova. That's a good question. That's a good question. Zargezaru. I don't want to know Zargezaru. Although I could have arguably kept it for. Actually, yeah, I'm dumb for selling it, I think. Come here, baby. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really going for a 3-star. I know we're in an experimental stage, but let's please not do some craziness. For now, like these are not the best items. Like immediately, I'm gonna admit. The goal is for Gwen to have them right now for a little bit, and then I give them to, you know, like it's not for Gwen to be like the carry for these items. It's just like an okay item holder. Snip that fucker, boy. So later is gonna go to Nami, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not too bad, actually. Because I don't really want these two. Can we build a space groove in a way that we get to scale to infinite? Yeah, let's actually do this. Let's actually do this. I'm kind of down to test this out. Right. Okay, so we want to go for Ornn. We want to go level 7 and then 2-star Ornn for now. Obviously, we're most likely gonna have a better item carry, but so the whole idea right now. Oh, it's luxury description. Holy shit, this guy is kind of cooking. Wow. That is not bad. 5k damage at this stage. Hello. Hello. Time Ricker Rogue. Uh-huh. Come here. I want to try, like, the idea with this combo is that you just find some tank. Let's see. Wait, let's see one thing, okay? Phase grow, yeah? You gain a random Tam Kench and you solo him frontline. And Tam Kench, but let's say with these 3 items and like including Gargoyle. Or it could be like not Tam Kench, but for example, if it's not Tam Kench, then maybe Rambus or something. And then everyone in the everyone just starts scaling, like it's almost like Soul Awakening in the previous set. Fuck it, let's do it. Arbiter. Oh, that would be kind of nice, but don't really have it. Sheesh. Boop, 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 boop. Look. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, buddy. That is interesting. Rogue this, rogue that. Ooh, and rogue scale with every single increment. I don't really want this item though. That's kind of a el problemos. Stargazer Vanguard. Oh, this might be the unit that we are looking for. At least temporarily. Okay, you know yeah, what is the idea that we could potentially build? Is to have like a couple like frontliners that are crazy, and then do a bunch of rogues that have good damage, scale really well. They're constantly dropping aggro off left and right, like survive until the end. And I don't know, maybe that idea just sucks, but maybe it's worth trying. I might be bleeding too much, but going level 8 right now. But yeah, we're gonna see. Bro, what the fuck? I'm all over the place. Voyager, ooh, that's nice. Kaboom. I don't want to make this into an item yet because we could potentially make Ionic Spark, and this might be better. So I just want to keep it, you know, PG. Just a little bit. In theory, yeah, this vertical, from what I see right now, like that does not seem to be that strong actually. So it's like kind of one of those things, you know. It's stinky. Bro, can I like, can I please get something else? Like, what the fuck are these components? Like, I don't need any of them. Okay, finally something that I was at least looking for. This one as well. Thank you. Now I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just using it like this, like it's, I'm gonna replace them. I'm just using them just for now. Boom. Oh, wait. So it redirects, then push the astrolabe towards the end of the board. So what is decide, like whether it goes up, left, right? I'm down with the idea, honestly. But I really want to try this. Actually. Like, genuinely. Fuck you. Give me Nami. 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 Nami. You know what I mean? So we're playing that kind of game. Okay. I understand, I think. Like, I get the idea. I see. I would like to get Nami, like, I only won because this guy is weak right now, because I don't have the damage, and frankly I'm not too keen. Okay, thank you. Elle apprécié. Boom. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is do some like this. Solo dang. It's gonna go crazy. Exactly, that's the point. Replicator, Dark Star, Bastion. I could actually. Never mind. Never mind. So I'm not going for 3-star. Sure. I probably want to go to level 9, but first I need to do 2-star Nami. This is gonna be like really important for me. The thing is, because of blue buff and because of this whole combo, the increase is further, you know, improved by 10%. So whatever the other sources are, yeah. So my goal is to just like legit to just survive this whole, you know, this whole fight. I feel like do I feel strong enough? I mean, I feel kind of strong. I think, okay, let's risk. I feel like like really strong right now. There are definitely implications of what might happen. Okay. So there are definitely a couple of things that can happen right now. But this allows me to go level 9 and hopefully like go for the Bastion. Like for Shen maybe. 2-star Ramos. But nah, I don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe even 7 space grooves. Like that's the thing. I don't know if 7 space grooves are good. But you know what a fella can do is just try. Our goal is to make the tankiest front line possible so that then this shit scales to the infinito. Boom. Bitch boy. Come here, bitch boy. Yerp. Feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. Dun, 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 dun. It's in my mind. Okay. I'm not a fan of the fact that this fucker like walks around like this and then she gets to do whatever. Bruh, it's like really not good. Okay, Fiora, can you like fuck off at least, please? Yes. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, I think I might be Cooketh. Dude, look. Oh no, it doesn't show right now. But I will show you exactly. Gains durability. This is so good because we're going for like insane tank and then frontline just scales to the infinite. We essentially want magic shred. Yeah, this is kind of perfect actually. Look, magic shred, and it gives like tankiness on top. So 60. I need to spend 60 gold to do the fancy thing, yeah. But I'm not 48. I don't really have much to put in. But that's not what she said. Wait, so the thing is, if we make this fella with these items, no, it will have to. But Blitzcrank wants different items, no? Am I trippeth? I really don't know. The problem with this is that it's not I don't feel like it's necessarily the strongest tank per se. Probably someone like Tom Kench is a better, like, full-on tank. This is kind of like more of a utility tank that sends, boom, stuns people once, maybe twice, and you're like kind of happy about it. 40, 38, 38, 38. Fuck it, we ballin', we ballin'. Like, actually, boom, brother. Like, who are you even? Okay. I'm doing some random weird shenanigans right now. I don't think these items are good that way, but we are gonna try something. So look at the Nami. Look at the stats on Nami. You see? So at this stage, okay, Blitzcrank for whatever reason just went nuts. I'm down for it, not gonna lie. Vanguard. Sure. Oh. Yeah, it's actually better to just have this. Dollar. Spies gru. For now. Yeah. So like you'd probably want something like this. And like the attack, this is most important for tankiness, I would say. Although attack speed would also be pretty good. So maybe we still have a frontliner, and then sword is gonna buff second, third, and fourth lines. Maybe that's the approach. We could actually do that, I think. Yuck. He didn't do one more cast. No. One more. Boom. Okay. Bomba. Hey. And that's only 1 star. Can you understand? Like, does it, you know, go into the noggin and like, caca. Yeah, what if we do some like this? You know what I'm saying? Bro, give me Nami or I'm gonna start screaming. Okay, thank you. Caca. And now it's just better if these items are on this fella just because he is starred. Okay, let's see. Let's see the scale. Okay. Let's see the scale. Oh, 143. Fell is like constantly going in damage. The damage is crazy. With every single moment. Yeah, so at this stage, I feel like we're really, really strong and we could potentially go to the first place. And the thing is, you see, so with this whole idea, we're like, oh, space groove, you want to be in this space groove, yada, yada, yada. Wait, does it say when it on cast Nami enters the groove? So you want to recast as often as possible. So these two kind of items are like, you know, Nashers and some next or second casting item. Like, these are good items. These are good. Why the fuck it looks like crazy like that? Oh shit, what the fuck? They have so much damage. Oh, it's Stargazer emblems. Do I have no chance here? Is that what's happening? Wait, he freaking outscaled me like crazy. What? So Stargazer with the emblems, with the mountain Stargazer, where you just get non-stop emblems. Is that just it? Like, that's it? Replicator would go hard in this case. The thing is, so say we get rid of this, we can add a replicator, even if it's like, you know, brawler replicator. So Bamp and I'm not sure, because like, you know, you could add Bamp and Tom Kench, so like at least idea wise it would seem to be good, but I don't know how much actually it would be good. Ooh. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is actually pretty good like this, but does it have any? Yeah, it does have. So we're gonna do something like this. Okay. No, what? Bro, I swear. What is? Wow. Okay. I guess. I guess thank you for allowing me to log into the game. Right. Okay, but the idea with that was, so there's like, with Space Grooves, there is Nami who is scary and Blitz who is scary. They're both AP. So let's see. Let's go. Okay, dude, I understand. Okay. Team planner, bye. So look at this. So the whole Space Groove thing, this was not really strong unless you go like knock up crazy things. So you get like Meepsy, Nunu, maybe there's some other a bunch of units who can do the knockups, and then you go around them, you know, and then Samira can deal a lot of damage. So that's actually an interesting idea for a reroll. So, but we would have to look into the abilities of each. But the thing is, okay, so in this line, the carries are this and this, right? So let's say if you go 7 Space Grooves, ideally you would not have someone like Timo, because that's a shitter. So you remove Timo by having an emblem, because Timo, like in this comp, like does not add anything. Because Shepherd, you're never gonna play Shepherd, right? Because like, you know, it requires 2 more and it's like connects weirdly, so why add 2 more Shepherds? Like in theory you can make it, but it's like very and Timo in itself is like late game is whatever, it's useless. Nasus, you would say like, oh, but it's also 1 cost, but Nasus at least it gives Vanguard to the Blitzcrank and to the rest of the team, or whatever. Wait, Vanguard's gain Commissar okay, never mind. So them too, so they become a little bit tankier, that kind of stuff. There's at least some interaction. So Space Grooves, in theory, it seems like, is the kind of comp where you want to get an emblem and you want to remove them forever, right? Timo to remove that forever, and you stick with these. And if you get another emblem, you remove someone like Gwen, most likely, and unless you find a way to like play another rogue, and that rogue can do a bunch of good stuff, or maybe give emblem to the rogue, you know. So then take 2 emblems and give emblems to like Replicator and Rogue or something, whatever. But basically, yeah. So that could be the move, right? So, but let's say in the case that you go Space Groove because you're getting a lot of them and you're playing a vertical, these are gonna be the carries. And the thing is, you are not really likely to find Blitzcrank until you hit level 9, because since there are no unlocks, you're not like really guaranteed to find them. So this comp is really reliant on going to level 9, which means win streaking, econ, high economical growth, or like XP growth, something that allows you but basically by the end of stage 4 or like at the start of stage 5 to be at level 9 already and find this unit. Also, it's gonna be really important to have AP items, and you can go Nami full carry and find, you know, then like basically have Nami carry items, have tank items for like Ornn, for example, until you find a better frontliner, let's say, if that's the case. And then you transition either if these are both 2-star and you don't really have like good replicators to, you know, supplement Nami, it doesn't really make sense for your board. You then transfer those items to Blitzcrank. If that's not the case, if Blitzcrank is 1-star, you keep items on the Nami, or if there's like a replicator emblem or something, like, you know, depends. So you keep it on her, and you have like one insane like tank unit like Ornn, for example. You know, he tanks a lot, or maybe initially it's Ornn, then later someone else. You do that. Wait, I want to see one thing, because my idea was, okay, so my idea was, what if you add Pantheon and you add Brawler, add Tom Kench. This is level 9, right? So this way you're getting bam 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 bam, you get a bunch of frontline. This way you're allowed to start from Ornn, fully itemizing Ornn, getting him to 2-star, then finding Tom Kench, giving him Theta. Then also Tom Kench kind of helps you farm a little bit. You're more likely to open up, you know, Blitzcrank and that kind of shit in this line. Maybe, you know, he drops it or gives you more gold for you to push to level 9. Also, Tom Kench, if I remember correctly, is one of those units that's like basically pure tank. Like this is the unit where you just basically go pure tank and you go crazy. So there's a little bit of element of these two playing together off of each other, tanking. Yeah, if you ever get an emblem, you can always pop it on someone like Tom Kench, for example. So remove Teemo, and let's see, anything else. Timebreaker doesn't really matter, Sniper doesn't really matter, Rogue doesn't matter. Bastion, for example, pop and basically, okay, if you have an emblem, you remove Teemo and you add someone like one of these two. Both of them are really good for like giving survivability and power like to your team, basically. Preferably Shen too, but let's say you have Rammus too, you can do that. So this would be the line of Space Groove. I don't know why in caps, but Space Groove is like this way you have a solid Nami carry. This way you kind of like capping out at level let me see, this way you're like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 on level 8. You have still a pretty solid board actually. Like look at this, at level 8 you can add like a Nunu, like temporary Nunu or temporary Rammus or something like that, right? For level 8, if you want to go vertical. If not, if you like not going vertical is completely fine, or you're not finding Blitzcrank, you can stay on level 8 and still have a decent comp, right? The only question is if Space Groove is ever worth going non-vertical, especially without the emblem. So if you're not getting emblems, do you really even want to play 5? Like, because it can be like the case with Zon, for example, in set 16, where if you don't have an emblem, you might not really want to play 7, because it's like it doesn't feel really strong. And even 5, if you have 5, then it's a question, do you really want to play it? But you might sometimes play 7 if you have emblem, because then you can emblem like a really good unit, like a 5 cost or something, and then it becomes like kind of strong, you know? I feel like it could be like a similar thing for this. Replicator abilities occur a second time at a reduced effectiveness. So they can. So this will have survivability. This will have survivability. This will have survivability. And Nami will just have a lot of time to do our thing. The only question is, let's look at set 17 at the units, right? Teemo has a weird thing where if you play Space Groves, it may not be a bad idea. Or like if you can splash in 3 Space Groves. But let's say essentially you're playing Shepherd. So with Shepherd you want to have like 3-star units, right? Let's say you find a lot of early Teemos. You decide to go into Shepherds. You 3-star Teemo and you find like a Ginsu's and some other like attack speed item. So then you splash in Space Grove, you kind of like make Teemo carry early to mid game. The only question is if you can later transition items from Teemo to someone else and make that unit strong. But anyways, my point that I wanted to check is Nami's spell. Nami toss a disco ball at the target that deals AP damage split between enemies in a 1 hex radius. So you throw on a hex and then in a circle around it, like within that zone, it deals damage split between the enemies. The explosion sends globs towards nearby enemies that deal magic damage. So it's like boom, and then sends, you know, to whatever. On cast, Nami enters the groove for X seconds. So Replicator essentially allows her to deal more damage and just extends the time a little bit by which she spends in the groove. So maybe that's a problem. I don't know with the replicators, like how fast do you usually cast the spells, you know? Is it like 1, 2, or is it like 1, 2, that kind of stuff? Because like if it's longer, then that means you stay in the groove for longer, you know? So it really depends. Hard to say. But yeah, that would be the idea. And yeah, you can always, like, you know, Nami, play Nami, and then go to Tahm Kench, transition your items over, or you get double AP items. But basically this line is heavy AP line. These are AP carries. Space Groove are AP carries unless you go for Samira reroll. But then Samira reroll, in my experience, didn't feel that strong even with 7 Space Grooves. What you essentially want to do is probably like okay, let's new Samira Space Groove 3-star. So what you would essentially do is grab Ornn, grab Samira, you make them 3-star. Now, give me a second and I'll go through one quick thing. But almost guaranteed you'll want to have this. Okay? I'm just gonna add things for now, like kind of ignore them a little bit. Ooh, Mao guy has a stun. That's pretty cool. So he's kind of a utility tank as well. I think he grows more in HP because of passive. Oh, so you stack HP and HP gives him damage as well. Okay. Now the question is, can Lulu any of the spells knock any of the version, I mean. But anyways. Dealing physical damage, then slam, dealing magic damage, da da da. La 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 la. Fizz. Fizz is also one of those who can knock people up. Okay. So this could potentially... I mean, this feels weak. I'm just like looking... Knock. Knock, knock, knock. Knock. Meepsy. It doesn't add any traits. So this like... Rek'Sai is Primordium Brawler, and there is no Primordium nor Brawler in the team. No, a Bastion. There's a Bastion, right? So you could go for Aatrox. I'll remove this. Yeah. To be fair, no, Meepsy... Like Meepsy's knock would like be hella good for this. Think about it. It's probably just remove this. But that's a 3 cost, and if you're re-rolling on 3 cost, it'd be like easier to find, I guess. Yeah, Nunu just like sends a lot of targets. Boom. Blitzcrank does this. So okay, actually. This is temporarily until you can replace it with a Blitz. Blitz. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. So basically, okay, what I'm getting to is, in theory, this Aatrox Nova. Does Noah work or Noah requires to? Okay. Noah requires to, yeah? I'm gonna show you real quick. Wait. Almost done. Knocking up all enemies. Oh, never mind. Shit is not good. This shit is not good. It's with Noah Strike that it does this. Oh, wait. Which one did I remove? Oh, okay. Okay. I understand. Okay. So I basically add Gwen for the temporary until you can get to the late game. So now the goal is... Yeah, this does not work really well together in the trade sense, because what Ras wants to do, it doesn't really well work with the rest. But the idea of this comp is that you re-roll 3 costs, you get a bunch of 3 costs, and there's AP damage dealer, AD damage dealer, there's tank, right? There's a little bit of utility stuff. The whole idea is you itemize Samira 3-star fully, and her spells do damage on the knock-up. So if somebody is knocked up, she just bam shoots that person. So her damage, like, you can scale her damage the most with the amount of knocks that you can do. Meepsy is one of probably Meepsy and Nunu is probably one of the best knock-uppers, because they knock up a bunch of stuff. Meepsy knocks up people who are like right next to it, so it would be like one of the frontline units where there's a lot of units. Nunu sends it towards like the backline or something, and usually like knocks up a bunch of units as well. So in that sense, they are good with the knockups. Fizz could be added for the idea of like knocking up, and it apparently also deals a little bit of a knockup, and it has only, look, Dash through the current target, dealing magic damage. Every third cast also summons a Mega Meep after a delay, briefly knocking the target up and dealing da-da-da. So it's like boom, 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 and then it sends like a knockup. So every 60 mana or something, including the casting time for those 3 spells. Yeah. So there's definitely like an element of having these things. Problem is that this build is very trait-less. So while I'm okay with the idea of it as a knock-up, thing is, what... I'm thinking about the Double Trouble version. Double Trouble, which is kind of a similar idea, which is 2, 4, 6. Then you add like Nuno. Sniper. Like basically Nuno is late edition, but for snipers you would add someone like, okay, let's say this. Like with Double Trouble you could potentially do this. 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what happens is, even though it's kind of trait-less, what you would get in this case is the... Wait, actually, I'm kind of tripping. No, if you're not going into the Space Groove, then you don't really want Orns in that case. Yeah, I'm actually... Yeah, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. You probably want this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But Rust is usually gonna be contested. Bruh, okay, it's actually a little bit hard to figure this shit out. Okay, so when Rust knocks someone up, right? So he just like stands, cast, like healing. Afterwards, like boom, slash in a forward line, dealing, knocking them up for a second. I wonder if he can get multiple units, or is it one? Because in theory, Mipsy and Nunu will be the most effective ones. So in my understanding, this is yeah, Rice is probably like not really good. This. Wait a minute. Add like Space Groove, I guess, for... Nah, you don't even need this. It's hard to figure this shit out, actually. But the whole point is, in theory, you would want Samira and Meepsy be the units that you go basically go Double Trouble. you slot Samira, and with the second Samira, you slot Meepsy with Meepsy. Because Meepsy is what they do, why they're so freaking awesome, is that Meepsy slams a lot of frontline, you know, like basically, you can have 4 to 5 units around Meepsy, like attacking it, or like 3, 4 units, like depending on how you position it. And she casts, boom, slams, and everyone that's like, you know, adjacent to her, like to Meepsy, you know, one, you know, literally around Meepsy, everyone is gonna get knocked up. And that guy just needs what, 50 mana to cast? 50 mana to cast, I think. Wait, let me. Oh, it's 50 mana for like a different version. Okay. But yeah, okay. So 100 mana. But you go like, you would go adaptive. Would go adaptive, protector's vow, and some like third, you know, thingy, so that you cast like 2 to 3 times per fight when it's a 3-star, right? And the 3-star one is going to be a little bit forward, 2-star is a little bit behind, so that it's targeted later and it has more times to cast because it's not going to be itemized. Yeah, double trouble, 3-star, some meep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are just splash units to whatever. Because the thing is, we can add like a third unit, someone like Rust, to do knockups. The only problem is that Rust knockups are not that efficient. They're like... I don't know if I like... Groovians can enter the groove while in it. They gain attack speed and max health regen. Increase per Groovian on your team. So you see, this is where the problem with Samira is. You would want, for Samira at least, specifically, you would want to be in a groove where there's like at 5 stacks, so that you would get attack damage and ability power, because that's where her passive scales, and also active, but basically. So for her, you want to be in that. There's a chance that you don't really ever go... double trouble. This is just one of the ideas, how to maximize knockups. But maximizing knockups may not be a good idea. There's also... I don't know, by the way, why I'm focusing on Samira this much. But what we could do... because this is kind of guaranteed to get early. Or we can get this, right? So now, see? Look. So Meepsy is that for massive knockup. Boom. Nono is for the secondary knockup. And then we just find stuff to splash in, basically. And what do we have? Replicator Bastion. Yeah, I don't know. Like, knockups don't really go together. So okay, I guess you know what the situation is gonna be like. It's like basically with anything in TFT in the past, it's almost always gonna be, if you find emblems can make really cool interactions. It's like Samira, you want to have 5 so that you spend a lot of time here, but also so that you basically gain those stacks, you need to proc your passive. So when somebody's knocked up, you proc your passive, you spend some time in the, you know, thingy. So, and you're like, okay, but Space Grooves naturally don't really have the knockups. Blitz has a knockup. Awesome. So ideally, in the late game, for example, we would do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have Meepsy, Blitz and Samira who are doing knockups, right? And Nunu actually. So this is already kind of an okay-ish comp. Doing the knockups. And we would do, in this case, remove... Wait, let me see. What does it actually do for each non-unique trait? Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky. So Noah Bastion could potentially add Aatrox here, right? Nah, but that's only Bastion, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Never mind. Yeah, and basically you have these units, and you would ideally build something like, let's say if you did that reroll for Samira, you would do something like, or not even this. Wait, Gwen and Fizz, because Fizz does the thingy where it knocks up. So you give Space Groove to Fizz, right? And then it knocks up every third cast is like 20 mana boom cast, 20 mana boom cast, 20 mana boom cast, and every third cast it does a knock up. Give it to this fella, or to Meepsy, like whichever one of those two, right? But probably Fizz. And you would have like Fizz 3-star, this 3-star, hopefully Oran 3-star. So these would be like 3-star units with Space Groove Emblem, which is like, there's a lot of conditions to make it like work pretty well, at least in my head. But if you make it, then you can go crazy. And if you go crazy, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knockups. You have 5 Space Grooves. And with 5 Space Grooves, you know, these fellas who are Space Grooved are growing, which kind of what Samira wants, especially if you have a lot of knockouts. She's gonna spend a lot of time in Space Groove, so also she will have like a decent amount of scaling, which is pretty cool. So like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and we can add 8th unit, which is 8 and 9 will most likely gonna be something like Bastion from the front line, so let's assume that it's gonna be Shan, but it could be also Ramos. I'm just like kind of quote-unquote ideal scenario. Voyager, do we really want? What does the Voyager mech do? Like his effect, Mighty Mech. Mighty Mech, Mighty Mech, Mighty Mech. Because it could give Voyager like damage amp, which is not too bad. But Sniper just gives way more damage, right? So depending on if we need more survivability, because we have Ornn, we have Meepsy, we have Nunu, Blitz, and that's already like a decent amount of survivability. So maybe we just need more damage. This damage, but that's about it. Go like Zaya, for example. Like whichever sniper, basically, right? Whichever sniper. And yeah, about it. That's about it. And this is the comp. Samira 3-star, 1 SG amp. But that's like capped out, you know, basically at level 9. At level 9 you cap out by adding Zaya and adding Shen and replacing lower tier Space Groove with Blitzcrank, because Blitzcrank is 5 cost unit plus it does a knockup. Until then you keep some other, like for example Nuno, yeah, just as an example. But this would, for this build to be like really efficient, really good, and like Samira focused, like Giga Cap, it would basically require for you to have the emblem. Otherwise, you're like sacrificing one of the units to go, yeah, to have like, I don't know, someone like just, no, you would ideally never want to do that. Or if you don't want to rely on going level 9 and you kind of luck yourself into Blitzcrank, what you do, and you have no emblem, so you don't go for Shen as well. You just go have Nunu and that's it. It's gonna give you Bastion, and that's it. Yeah. This is kind of interesting, not gonna lie. Like, these are interesting combos. They're pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so it looks like the stream is not showing and like nobody is like seeing these streams. So it looks like there's something wrong. So I'm just gonna stop the stream for now and come back to it later. Cause like in 3 hours, basically only 2 views, and one is literally from my phone and the other is potentially just from my live stream viewer from YouTube directly. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm gonna come back later.